the sunlight, bro. Hello everybody, this is your brother Victor Bowman. Today we here in the Bay Area, you know, in the mountain. This is the name to the mountain. So we're going to try to looking for mushroom. We're in the florist right now. So we're going to try to looking for healing mushroom like shanga mushroom, turkey tail. Yeah, not a different herb growing over here, you know. So come with me and enjoy this journey with me.
What's up, bro? What are we looking for?
We're looking for mushroom. It's still in there right now, so I'm looking for good place. You know, we're going to we're going to show you like the Spanish moss, the Oakland moss. So, you know, that's what we're looking right now. So, this is the tree I want to show you. Panchamama always find a way. You see that tree over there? Only God can do that, you know?
Wow.
In
So
the alkaline way.
it's a tree that grew on top of another tree.
Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing, bro.
Yeah. So let's go to the next one. Hello everybody, so right now we find sticky nettle. In Spanish it's called ortiga, you know. So what it's good for? Ortiga is good for growing your nails, growing your hair. It's good for the skin. You know, you can use that for like replace the chlorophyll you buy in Amazon. You know, it's high in chlorophyll. It's good for diabetes. It's good for problem in the colon. You know, try to clean your colon. It's good for clean the sugar from your blood too. You can do in tea like or juice. It's fresh right now. So I take this plant like that. You blend it with a little bit of water. You drink it. You know, it's going to taste good. But chlorophyll is high in iron too. You know, it's good for woman, you know. So I recommend every woman, anybody drink sticky nettle or ortiga for iron. If you're growing the nails, you don't need to go to the nail shop or to push fake eyelashes because this plant is going to help you. Peace. You see over here, it's over here, over there. In this one, over here, we got another one. You know, Oakland moss. This one is good for asthma. For everybody have a problem with asthma or problem to breathe. It's going to help you to open your lung. You clean the mucus from your lung. You see it look like sea moss for this Oakland moss. Look, this one look like Congress Crispy. This one look like Brazilian. That's good for asthma, you know, any problem with lungs. So we help you, you know, you can give it to your baby. Or to you push elderberry, you put the moss, you like mix with a little bit ginger, you push a little bit agave, so you like sweet tea, you drink every morning, you know, night, you know, 3 times a day, we help you with asthma. You see how beautiful it's growing that tree. You know, it's growing in Atlanta, it's growing different parts, Atlanta, New York. So right now we in San Francisco, so it's growing everywhere. So hello everybody, so we ain't here in the mountain. So my guy Gian, he feel tired. He think he coming to Little Park, the Central Park, you know. How you feeling, Gian?
Not so good. We should have brought some water. That would have been a smart idea.
How you going to ask him for water? It's a bunch of water over there. Come on, Gian. You can do it. Hello everybody, so we find the mushroom. It's over here. It's called turkey tail. Turkey tail mushroom is good for tumor, cancer, for high blood pressure. You know, it's good for the skin. You know, you see over here? It's growing wild. It's that turkey tail. It's good for cancer, tumor. It's like for everything, you know. I love it. So you can make it in tea, you know, you take a little piece like that, you know, you boil. I think it won't cut the water, you boil. So to give that nutrient, the benefits, or you can get in pills too. So yeah, please.
That's that Bolingo Balance OVO spring water, you heard? Hold on, brother.
Thank you, man.
Oh, you filled up the whole thing.
You know, Gian is tired. We're running in the jungle.
You're crazy.
So, go to show more, you know. Look that tree. With that tree over there. How big are, right?
Yeah.
There's a lot of mineral in this soil, you know, it's growing a lot of different mushrooms. We try to see some mushroom to show you, you know, till you start to go into the forest, you pick out your own mushroom, you know. So more later we're going to explain the why you need to learn this information about the mushroom, you know. So we're going to show you later. Peace and love. The mushroom over here. So over here, we pick it out osteo mushroom from that tree. You can see over here, we have a lot of bunch of turkey tail, you know. Over here, ooh, it's
Turkey
good for
tail
cancer.
mushrooms. And then what about the one on the right side? It's oyster mushroom, right? Oyster mushroom and turkey tail mushrooms.
So yeah, let's go.
Oh shit!
This is the Spanish moss. My father's talking about that. You know, it's good for asthma. It's a lot of mineral. It's growing in New Orleans, Louisiana, Virginia, Oakland, everywhere. You know, it's not everywhere. It's like whatever it's like it's a bunch of water. You know, it's growing in the tree. You know, it's a lot of benefits.
High in chlorophyll, right?
Yeah, high in chlorophyll too. Yeah. Thank you, Gian.
You know what I'm saying?
First time you do something. This one is very interesting. You know, because I'm going to kill these virus. How you feeling? Yeah, take that. I'll leave it over there. Yeah. What's that? Oh, what's it good for?
High blood pressure.
High blood pressure? I tell you, man. Look that. Whatever we find out.
Almost looks like oysters.
Osteo mushroom, right?
Yeah, but dried up.
Yeah, I tell him. So here is my brother, Rob. You know, it's specific mushroom. So we here in Oakland. Oh, no, in Oakland.
Fairfax.
Fairfax, California.
Fairfax.
Yeah.
This right here, it's like around here, there's a bunch of springs, wild springs.
Yep.
So if you see running water, you see fungi. A lot of, what's it called? A lot of medicine, a lot of medicinal plants, and also a bunch of trees that have a lot of nuts and acorns that you can also turn into flowers in case you ever need any type of material to make some food and stuff.
So what do we have so far?
This is artist conch. Artist conch is super good for high blood pressure, good for the heart. It's a beautiful specimen. Also, too, a lot of people, like indigenous people, used to use it to write messages when it's super fresh, just like white on the bottom. So when you write on it, eventually you can see a drawing on it.
Is this one?
The yellow one?
That looks like a mold.
Right?
Yeah, like a yellow mold. Yeah, that's the beginning process of a fungi.
I want to, like, if we can take it, sit down, you know, you explain it to the people, why people, I need to start to go to pick it out, the own osteo mushroom, you know, because a lot of people is confused more in the alkaline community, so I want to, this messenger going to the bigger alkaline community, because we the most people consume osteo mushroom, you know, so you can explain that more to the people.
Yeah, a bunch of the mushrooms that we tend to know now have been modified, you know, just like our food and even where we live. Like even the land, even this national parks and stuff like that have been made way before we were here. So yeah, like a lot of our foods modified. A bunch of these oyster mushrooms, I forgot what family they're in, but most of them have been modified to change their color, to change their size, and yeah, you know,
hybridized.
Yeah, just basically hybridized, you know, man-made shit.
Like the same thing doing with the watermelon, the ginger. You know, we got the real ginger, we got the fake ginger. So I did that. You know, I traveled to here because I want the people start to go to the forest, to go to pick it out the own mushroom. You know, when's a good time to go to pick it out mushroom?
The best time to go take out mushrooms, especially here in the Bay Area, I would say like around October, November. The first beginning stages of seeing a bunch of fungi, you'll probably see chicken of the woods. Everybody loves chicken of the woods. A lot of people know how it looks, but you do got to be careful. Make sure that when you're picking your mushrooms, spread the spores first. So by next year, in a few months or in a few weeks, you can have more fungi growing there.
In Atlanta, New York?
Atlanta, New York. So that would be the summer. So it would be the summer for us over there in the East Coast. Right now, they're finding an abundance of chicken of the woods, oyster mushrooms, reishi, chaga. Yeah, a bunch of those things. So our mushroom season is their dry season. So from October to December, no, all the way to February, that's our mushroom season. And then so from February and on through the summer in the East Coast, that's their mushroom season. So before you pick a mushroom, make sure you tap it. You tap it on top so you can spread the spores. So that way, in a few weeks or in a few months or even next year, you already have your area where you have your fungi growing, and you don't even have to go that far. So and see, like this right here, itself too, underneath here, like eventually, yeah, this is the pores. And this is turkey tail. It's super good anti-cancers. A lot of people do use it for cancer treatments to speed up the process of chemotherapy. You know, a lot of people get rid of their breast cancer with turkey tail. So yeah, this is a very good medicinal mushroom. So like I said, tap it on the bottom. Sometimes when the sun hits it, you can see the spores flying everywhere. So this right here, the spores, when they travel through the air, really they're traveling through water. But they're traveling through the air, and they'll find a little crack, a little wound into the tree, and that puncture wound, eventually the spore will go inside, colonize
the mycelium
network will spread within the tree, inside the tree, and eventually the tree will fall or break apart, and it'll turn into topsoil. Cool. So a lot of the soil right here that we are stepping on is actually trees. You know, a lot of people don't know that. So yeah. So this is the cycle of life, you know. So a lot of the things that we're, you know, like these rocks or something like that, there might be an old tree that we don't even know about, you know. So, you know, it's good to kind of just look deep into how to spread the spores, how it works, and how our ecosystem plays a role on, you know, having healthier air, healthier water, healthier living conditions for the animals and for ourselves, and finding food, medicine, that's everywhere. You know, all you gotta do is just look for it. There's bay leaves right here.
The mushroom too is good for like clean the heavy metal, right?
Yeah. You can also charge your mushrooms when you pick them, leave them in the sun for a little bit before you cook them, and you get your vitamin D. A lot of people don't know that.
Wow.
Yeah, so mushrooms, they also use them to clean up toxins out of water. So Oyster mushrooms, they love petroleum. A lot of people don't know they break down plastic.
Yes.
So a lot of the times they use like human hair and mycelium from oyster mushrooms, and they put them onto the water surface. So they just lay out big mats, and eventually the mycelium starts absorbing all the petroleum out of the water. There was a leak back in the days in the Bay Area. You can look this up. And they used oyster mushroom mycelium with human hair, and they absorbed all the petroleum out of the water to the point the mushrooms were still good to eat.
Wow. I see one document from UK, whatever people start to like growing mushroom in the soil, because someone taking like the heavy metal from the soil, you know?
Yeah. So introducing the mycelium into your soil, like I said, it rejuvenates your soil. It brings life back into it. And a lot of the times, when the mycelium gets introduced into your plants, the roots of the trees, that's the internet for the living life that we're living on right now. That's how they send each other messages. That's how the trees and plants are able to find the water, and then they'll send each other messages. The tree will send a message to another tree. It's like, hey, here's some water, go ahead and tap in. Eventually they get their water source, so that's a lot of the times when you see plants growing in between rocks, it's because the mycelium's still in between those rocks. Mycelium never dies. So this right here, this is dyes polypore. You want to look at it right here. Eventually, when it's all wet and everything, this mushroom right here, a lot of people use it to dye clothing. So a lot of people don't know that with mushrooms, you can also make ink, and you can also dye yarn. So with this right here, I got a project coming up for y'all soon. So with this one, what I done and my friends also done, and they ended up dyeing string with this. Basically, you dye what's called, you boil it to a certain temperature, and then you use a couple different tools to get that rusty color, like you see, like how this color looks, and eventually your yarn will look like orange, brownish,
Nigerian
yellowish.
people use that, right?
Yeah, they dye their yarn with it. A lot of people from one of my friends from Guatemala, she used it. She was using those insects from the nopales, and I told her, hey, like, yeah, there's insects that they use to dye. In Mexico, tienen esos, like some yarns that they're like really red.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they use those little bugs to make that color.
Wow.
So I was telling my friend that you can do the same with the mushrooms. So there's a couple mushrooms out here that you can actually dye your clothing with, make tie-dye clothing. Super cool.
Wow.
Thank you, bro.
And then where could they follow you, bro?
Rob Lopez _IM, and you can also check me out on YouTube. We'll be having some more content up there, and then you can also follow my mycology page at Decolonize Hongos, and you can tap in, check out the work that we got going on. We're starting up. We started off 2 years ago, started off in buckets. Now we're building onto a mini lab and eventually going industrial. Right now we're working on a project to figuring out how to work with a plastic eating mushroom, not oyster mushrooms, but it's a different mushroom. I can't even pronounce the name. It's so
I want to tell you something, like, thank you everything you do for the community. Thank you, because you're the first one to bring me to here. So I tell Gian to come to here to show people, because like I go into different cities in the United States, not too many people doing whatever you're doing, Yeah, I want to give credit to you, you flower, brother.
Thank you, brother.
Much love,
Appreciate
man.
you, man.
This one is basil, It's good for any kind of typical virus, it's the herpes parasite. It's good for cold, You can cook with that too, right?
You can put it into your soups, your caldos, whatever you want. Make some teas. And also the nuts. You can also...
with the nut?
They have nuts sometimes on them, but right now I think they're gone. But eventually, if you see them, you can actually put them in a pan, cook them up real good, and then you can eat them.
Wow. So making some caldo de tomato. Thank you.
So this right here is a cannonball mushroom. It looks like charcoal, and apparently this mushroom right here, you can carry in amber for a good while. So get a lighter, put it on fire, and eventually you take it, put it on some straw or something, blow on it, you have a fire for you.
Is more turkey tail over there? Look.
Yeah. That's false turkey tail.
Wow.
Yeah. The past 2 days, I was watching a documentary about Cadillac Desert. Cadillac Desert. You know that LA and Las Vegas was never supposed to be here in California?
Wow.
Because they built a whole pipeline, I forgot where from, and they drilled into, they started building dams. And those dams, bro, there's just water from a river that they're holding until people have a drought.
Oh yeah, it's coming from Colorado.
Colorado and other different areas. They've made one that's almost like cross country, and they were bringing water all the way from the Mississippi River. So like LA and Vegas, that wasn't there like a few years back. You know, they just barely started building on that, and then when they built the pipeline, they started building infrastructure. They got the city there, and then even people died 100 years ago when the pipeline busted. Thousands of people died, bro.
But you know what is in LA? It's like poison. Like that's why too many people
It's running through a pipe.
Too much like eczema. I say, oh, bitch, I need batana for eczema. I'll be like, no, you need to put fruit in your shower. Yeah.